Good day, everybody. My name is Hume. Let's talk executive presence. A lot of people believe that it is only with the reference to the corporate arena. And frankly, that's the arena in which this concept comes up the most. But it doesn't matter what industry you operate in. It doesn't matter what your job title is or what your role is. Everybody should cultivate executive presence. Now, it really boils down to three things. Number one, gravitas. This is the weight of your character. This is that thing on the inside of you that allows you to be composed, especially in challenging situations. It's also about being a knowledgeable person, somebody with expertise, somebody with a track record of success and of accomplishments, right? Number two, it's about communication, being able to communicate effectively in a nutshell. That's all it is. And number three, your appearance. This is your physical presence and how you carry yourself. And for me, when we talk about physical presence, we also have to talk about virtual presence. How do you show up in a virtual arena? How do you show up on Zoom? How do you show up for virtual events? How do you show up on social media? Because when we are now living in this digital environment, we also have to be quite conscious of how we show up there. Now, let's be clear. People who we think of executive presence, I can think Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, they weren't born with executive presence. They weren't born with that innate trait. It's not just charisma. It's not overconfidence. It's not this innate trait that some people have and then some people don't have. It's a skill that can be learned and can be cultivated. In fact, from my experience, everybody has some level of executive presence already. You just need to unlock it and to figure out where you're strong, what areas are you really strong, and what areas you need to improve on, to cultivate, to build upon. And then you create a plan of action where you're able to exude all three elements or components of executive presence, because it is valuable to building trust, to fostering relationships, to being an effective communicator who can influence others, who can rally support for your ideas. It's also very essential if you're going to build relationships with your team, with your colleagues, with your employers. And it also helps you to advance your career, because there is such a thing as perception. And if somebody perceives you as someone who can take on higher level responsibility, if they perceive you as someone who can deliver value, think Tom Brady, you know when he shows up, he will not always win, but you know the value that this person is going to bring to the team. That perception helps you to get promotions, to get growth opportunities, and to move your career forward. So I believe that everybody needs executive presence. Perhaps we should call it communication presence, because we're really looking at who you are as a person, and then how you convey yourself verbally and non-verbally, and how you show up in a physical or in a virtual way. So that's where I leave you for today. Until next time, bye-bye.